Welcome to the maternity unit, which is based here in the Abbey Wing of St Peter's Hospital. We do hope that you'll choose St Peter's to have your baby. The following tour will give you a real flavour of what to expect when you visit here for your antenatal care and also the delivery of your baby. It'll also bring to life the information in the booklet that you received earlier on in your pregnancy. And it goes without saying that if you have any questions at all once you've watched the programme, then just ask your midwife at the next visit. I'm having a nice cup of coffee here in the Abbey Wing's coffee shop, which is manned by hospital volunteers. Rose here is a midwife and parent education coordinator for the Abbey Wing, and she's going to introduce us to some of her team. Importantly, she's going to get us answers to some of those questions that you might not manage to get out when you visit for real. So what's here on the ground floor, Rose?
Well, we have the antenatal reception area, we have the antenatal clinic, a parent education room and the ultrasound department.
And what goes on in the antenatal clinic?
Well, this is for any woman who needs to come up to the hospital to see a midwife and a doctor.
Your combined blood test, yes. And feeling all right? No problems at all?
And what about the parent education room?
That's a very useful room that we use for any classes that we need to do. For example, we run twins classes and they're held in the parent education room.
And the ultrasound?
All women in pregnancy have at least 2 ultrasounds. We need to check the growth of the baby, the size of the baby.
And maternal assessment springs to mind. Do you have facilities?
Yes, we do. It's a very useful area for women to access antenatally if they need to come in to see a midwife and a doctor. For example, Jill here has come in and she's not really feeling the baby move quite as she should. So she's going to go on a CTG machine and we're going to check her baby for her. So hopefully then she can go home.
So here we are. We've come up to the 3rd floor, the labour ward. What now?
First thing we need to do, everybody needs to do, is use the hand gel. It's very important we all use gel before and after labour ward for the women and their partners and visitors as well.
Right, that's a good point. How do you keep the wards clean?
Well, I can hand you over to Joan, who's our housekeeper, who can tell you more.
Oh, great.
We take cleanliness very seriously. We have a dedicated team of housekeepers that clean the bathrooms, toilets and all the ward areas. We have a deep clean every week. All the patients' beds and furniture is moved. Anything that ever gets missed, though, we would be delighted if you informed us about it.
So what do mums and partners need to do once they're buzzed through?
They come up here to the 3rd floor and give their notes in to the receptionist and then take a seat until the midwife can come round to see them.
Right, and what happens if mum turns up in the middle of the night and there's no one here?
Then they just go around to the end of the corridor and meet a midwife.
So what happens next, Rose?
Well, the midwife comes to meet you and then she'll show you to a room.
Right, presumably to discuss birthing plans, that kind of thing.
It just depends on how you are when you arrive on labour ward.
Right, there are so many rooms here. I mean, how does she decide? Who decides?
Yeah, she'll show you to a room that's best suited for your needs at that time when you arrive on labour ward.
I see. So let's have a look at some of these rooms, shall we?
Yes, this is one of the home from home rooms through here.
Right.
And as you can see, a lovely big room with a corner bath and a loo in here as well.
Looks like you need to be quite healthy to use this room.
Yes, we do call it an active birth room. The bed's pushed to one side, so there's lots of room for a woman to walk around and try the various equipment, such as the beanbag and the mat and the ball as well.
Right, and what happens when mum gets into the room?
Well, first of all, when mum comes in here, all has to be well with her and the baby, and we like to assess them.
I see, and that's what all this machinery is for.
Hi, I'm Simone. I'm going to be midwife looking after you.
Hi, I'm Stacey.
Nice to meet you. Just going to listen to the baby's heartbeat now. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to talk through the entonox, the gas are there.
Okay.
I'll just tell you how that works. So now you can just rock back and forward like you are. Okay? Chris, if you just come over and just massage her back, just down there. Massage back. Okay, how's that?
That's good.
Yeah?
Some people really love the idea of water births, don't they? Do you have any facilities here at the hospital for them?
Yes, we just have one up here on the 3rd floor, our water birth facility. It's just through here. This is the birthing pool here, and women may like to use this as an add-on to the pain relief they've already had. They might like to just use this completely on its own.
And what about those women who want an epidural? Can they have that in here as well?
No, we don't give an epidural in here, but we do have all the other rooms unlabelled where a woman can have an epidural.
Oh, right, let's take a look.
Well, the rest of our delivery rooms, or birthing rooms as we like to call them, are like this. They might be set slightly differently. This room is arranged as though a woman's going to have an epidural. We have the CTG monitor over there, and that's a nice clear space for us to walk around and look after the woman.
What you're going to do is just pop you on the monitor, just listen to the baby's heartbeat. I've got two little probes. One's going to listen to the baby's heartbeat, and the other one will tell me if you're having any contractions.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, it's baby's heartbeat there. That's absolutely fine, okay? So that's the baby's heartbeat.
Yep.
I'm also going to give you this button, and what I want you to do is press it if the baby moves.
Okay. If a woman is coming in here and she wants an active birth, but the home from home or the pool birth isn't available, we can bring this bed round, have it against the wall here, which leaves quite a lot of space. She can have a bean bag, the ball, the mat, walk around. We also have a cot, which when you've had the baby, the cot can be put right next to your bed, like so. And with a well baby, that's all we will need to do. Mum will be cuddling the baby. She'll stay here till she's had the baby, of course, cuddling the baby, and the cot's here as well for her use. This is a room for vaginal birth, and the woman will stay here until she's had the baby, and maybe 1 or 2 hours afterwards before she leaves this room and goes down to the ward.
And if mum has an epidural, the room's fit for that purpose too?
Absolutely, yeah. And the same thing, she'll stay till she's ready to go down to the ward. You've got your blood pressure machine, a thermometer. We are a hospital, so we do have oxygen and suction as well. And in every room here on Labour Ward, we have Entonox piped in for your use. And the Entonox is the gas and air some people like to use as a form of pain relief.
Now this looks like a really serious piece of kit. What's it for?
This is called a resuscitator, and we have one in every delivery room for the baby. Often it's used, we can put the heater on, and that will just warm the towel, ready to dry the baby because they're quite wet when they're born, so we dry the baby with the towel. But equally it can be used if a baby needs to be resuscitated. There's oxygen and suction here, so that's what the baby would need.
So what are the rooms